Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. As we start the fourth quarter, Pope John, the handoff, no, fake by Irwin, and it's knocked down by number 11 for DePaul Catholic. Cartier Canati knocks down Irwin's pass as the fake handoff to Tyleek Hill was play action, and Irwin dropped back the pass, and Canati got his hands up, knocked it down. Thankfully for Pope John, didn't intercept that and run it back for a pick six. So now, third down, 4 to go. Lions have to get the ball to the 13-yard line for a first. We're at the 9. Irwin in the gun. Hill behind him. Handoff to Hill. Runs up to the 11. Maybe stopped there, 10 or 11-yard line. A gain of 2, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the Lions, who are so far back in their own zone, are forced to punt. The freshman, number 31, Seamus Corcoran, standing alone in his own end zone with the jet markings, waiting to receive the snap. Here it is. Corcoran, high kick, end over end, takes a bounce at about the 30, takes a Pope John roll, and gets down to about the 35-yard line, and they'll down it there as Tyler Hauser picks up the ball. That's actually Sam Canetta. Canetta with the ball as Hauser comes on the field. The ball's at the 35 for DePaul Catholic, leading by 5 here in the early fourth quarter. The next 11 minutes and 6 seconds will decide the winner of the non-public Group B state champion for New Jersey for 2024. Will it be DePaul Catholic, who won recently, or Pope John, who has not won in 22 years? Nolan James up the middle. He's been a big player for DePaul Catholic today, and a big reason why the Spartans lead. Right up the middle, gains about 6. On the Pope John side of the ball, it's been Tyleek Hill. 3 touchdown runs of 3, 5, and 67 yards for the senior running back. Ball spotted at the 29 of Pope John. Zammit in the gun. James to his right. Handoff goes to James, and he's met right at the 29 and gets a few extra yards out of the play. Sean Bauman with the initial hit, and then James was brought down after that. So, Co-Francesco was able to make the secondary tackle after Bauman with the primary. Sean Bauman and Jared Co-Francesco. 3rd and 1. Spartans have to get the ball to the Pope John 30. Zammit takes the snap. Hands off to James. James up the middle. Met by a host of linemen for Pope John, but it's not until after James crosses the 25 and gets the first. First down for DePaul Catholic. They'll spot the ball just outside the red zone at the 22. 9.5 to go. Lions need a big play here. Turnover, big stop, something. They're down by 5. They've kept it to within a 1-score game. DePaul Catholic would have to score a touchdown in order to open up a 2-score. The field goal won't do it. Zammit back to pass. Fires through the hands of Andrew Sanchez, who had a golden opportunity and an interception, and he can't believe it. May have been just a little too high for him to corral, but good effort by Sanchez. Well, that would have been the spark Pope John was looking for. Timeout on the field. I think it's DePaul Catholic who took it. So we'll take a timeout as well. 9:08 remaining in the state championship game. It's DePaul Catholic leading Pope John 26-21. live from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Come on back for the remaining 9 minutes right after this. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium as we come out of injury timeout, and that's why we had the stoppage of play. Andrew Sanchez was down, and the coach was looking at him. Only guess I have there is maybe he hyperextended something, trying to reach for that ball. It was a little over his hands, and that's why he wasn't able to bring it in. It was a great attempt. But 2nd and 10 now for DePaul at the Pope John 22. Man in motion is number 8. Zavitt with the handoff to James. James to the left side to the 15-10. We get a flag down. He's brought down at about the 12-yard line, but let's see what the call is. Well, holding call against Marlon Bright, number 74 for DePaul Catholic. And that will push the Spartans back. 2nd and long now for DePaul. 10-yard penalty, and it pushes the ball back to the 32 of Pope John. We are now under 9 minutes to go for the state championship. 4th quarter. DePaul Catholic leads by 5, 26-21. Zavitt takes the snap, drops back, fires, finds number 8, Desi Jones. Jones racing for the sideline, up the sideline to the 10-yard line, and steps out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. That's where you're going to spot the ball. It's enough for a first down. Desi Jones has had some big catches today for DePaul Catholic. So he's had the bulk of the receiving work, but then Elijah Burris with that one big play and a touchdown to make it 26-21. 8:34 to go. It is now 1st and goal to go from the 10-yard line for DePaul Catholic. Pope John needing a huge stop here. We got a whistle. Movement on the line. No timeout. DePaul Catholic wants to talk things over. We'll take a timeout as well. 8:34 remaining in the state championship game in non-public Group B as the Pope John Lions trail the DePaul Catholic Spartans 26-21. Come on back to MetLife Stadium right after this. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, just outside of the Big Apple, New York City. As Pope John looking to stop DePaul Catholic. The Spartans at the 10-yard line. The handoff to James to his right. Past Tyler Hauser and up to about the 2-yard line. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the 1, maybe 2. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal to go from just outside the end zone. Well, I can tell you already, if there's an MVP of this game, depending on who wins, if it's DePaul who holds on, it would definitely be Nolan James. And if it is Pope John, you could definitely hand off that trophy to Tyleek Hill. Here's a handoff to James up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, DePaul Catholic. Nolan James crossed the goal line and into the end zone to give DePaul Catholic a 32-21 lead. Well, 8.5 minutes to go, and Pope John now has to find a way to get this score back quickly. Ryan Sales will attempt the extra point for DePaul Catholic, number 49 for the Spartans. Here's the kick. It's up. It is good. Sales hits the point after and makes the score 33-21. And now Pope John, down by a dozen, has to score 2 touchdowns in order to get back in this game, tie it without any extra points. And whatever extra points they'd be able to get would give them a lead. But right now, you're looking at 8.5 minutes to go, and Pope John trying to work some magic. We're live at MetLife Stadium from East Rutherford, New Jersey. Mike Formisano along with you, calling today's state championship game for the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. Pope John has 20 of them. They are looking for number 21 today. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. DePaul will kick it off. High end-over-end kick towards the far sideline. Prince Joshua catches it at the 26. He'll go down at the 27. It looked like a late hit there from DePaul Catholic as Joshua was already in the ground, but the referees are going to let it go. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Pope John. 1st and 10 Lions from their own 28. Coach Dom Gaston giving final instructions to the Pope John offense. 8:17 to go. Pope John needs 2 scores. Well, we are honored to be here at MetLife Stadium for this state championship game. 5 games today, including Group A later between Bergen Catholic and Don Bosco. We will not be bringing you that game. That's at 8 p.m. if you want to come down here and watch. Here's the snap. Irwin hands off to Hill. Hill up the middle. He's able to get to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. DePaul Catholic bottles up tightly. Hill there. Gains about a yard. Again, you never know with Hill and that explosiveness, who rattled off a 67-yard touchdown run. He's done that all season long. Runs like that. We mentioned the Seton Hall game where he had a game-winning 75-yard run. He had 4 touchdowns last week against St. John Vianney. Here's Irwin back to pass. Fires out of the hands of number 1, Wes Johnston. Incomplete. Johnston slid down for that ball at the 40-yard line, but it popped in and out of his hands. Tough catching day for these receivers. It's really cold out, almost like bittering skin cold. I know they got the gloves on, but to try and make these catches, it can be a tough situation. So, 3rd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Irwin back to pass, fires across the middle. It into the hands of Prince Joshua, incomplete. But Elijah Burris, who got his hands on that, is going to get called for an interference penalty, I think. And so that's going to give Pope John an automatic 1st down if that's the way the call goes. We'll see. That is exactly the call. Pass interference on Elijah Burris. And an automatic 1st down from Pope John. Oh, a huge call goes Pope John's way. And so, new life for the Lions. They'll spot the ball at the 44-yard line of Pope John. 1st and 10 Lions with 7:42 remaining in the 4th quarter. They're down by 12. Irwin, the handoff to Hill. Hill to the left side, and he is dropped in the backfield for a loss. A big stop by number 87, Ethan Lilly. The senior defensive lineman for DePaul Catholic, Ethan Lilly, stops Hill in the backfield, drops him for a huge loss. It's going to bring up 2nd and 18 from the Lion 36. Pope John to the line. Irwin in the gun. Hill to his left. Irwin drops back to pass. Fires down the field. He's got him in. It's Prince Joshua to the 40-yard line. And a first down, Pope John. Joshua was able to haul that in over his shoulder. And Pope John with a huge reception gets him into DePaul Catholic territory. And a first down for Pope John. Well, now run by Hill to right side and down to about the 22. Another first down for Pope John as the Lions are on the move. They have set the table and now they're looking for dinner. 1st and 10, Pope John down by 2 scores. Irwin in the gun. Luke Gialinella is in the backfield. The handoff goes to Gialinella. Runs to the left. Tries to cut back up the hash marks, can't do so, as the DePaul Catholic defense shuts him down. Gialinella gets -1 out of the play. No, actually, they're going to spot it. Yeah, at the 22. So, 2nd and 11. Irwin in the gun, Hill behind him. 2 big first downs for Pope John. Can they keep it up? Hand off to Hill, up the middle to the left side. Brings it down to about the 18-yard line. Stopped there. So a positive rush for Hill, but that'll bring up 3rd and 6. 5-yard run for the Lions. 5:44 remaining, 4th quarter. 3rd and 7 for the Lions from the 18 of DePaul Catholic. Irwin drops back to pass, fires across the middle, in and out of the hands of Wes Johnston, and incomplete. So 4th and 7 to go for Pope John from the 18-yard line. They've got to get down to the 12, maybe 11. No, it's 4th and 7, so they got to get to the 11. Huge game, huge play for Pope John. 4th and 7, this may be their last best chance. Irwin in the gun, Hill to his left. Here's the snap. Irwin back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket, trying to get out of the sack. He does. Fires. Spins the end zone. Intercepted. Desi Jones, number 8, with the interception. It was intended for Wes Johnston. Jones makes the interception just shy of the goal line. So DePaul Catholic will be pinned deep in their own territory, but Irwin was looking for Johnston, then Jones stepped out of the end zone to make the play. 1st and 10 from the 2-yard line. DePaul Catholic with a huge turnover, and that may very well set themselves up to lock down the state championship. Here's a snap. Running up to the far sideline is Nolan James. James gets to about the 9-yard line. Clock continues to run. 5:12 remaining. Gain of 7 for James. Second and 3 from the 9-yard line. Zammit in the gun. James to his right. Handoff to James to the far side. He's able to gain the 15-yard line, so a first down and then some. Clock stopped at 4:33 to go. First down, DePaul Catholic. And Nolan James has been terrific in this championship game for the Spartans. The ball spotted at the 16-yard line. Zamet in the gun. 4:11 remaining here, fourth quarter. Hand off to James. James cuts up the middle. Down to about the 24-yard line. Stop there. Joe Papa in on the tackle for the Lions.
8-yard gain.
So 8-yard gain for James. He has been the difference maker today. Clock continues to run, 3:35 to go, and the realization of what the Lions are looking at right now is starting to set in. Zamet in the shotgun. James to his right. Here's a snap. James up the middle, and he has enough for the first down. And a host of Lions meet him there at about the 31-yard line. So forward progress gets DePaul Catholic the first down. Ball spotted at the 32. 3:04 remaining. Now, Pope John does have all three of their timeouts, but Coach Dom Gaston, I'm sure, is waiting as he gets closer to the 2-minute mark to be able to stop the clock there. You will start seeing them used soon, I'm sure. 2:45 and counting. 1st and 10 for DePaul. Zamet in the gun. Hand off to James. To the left side. Flag down on the play. Stopped at the 35-yard line. I'm looking forward to seeing later on the stats of this game. Holding call against DePaul Catholic. I'll push him back. We'll see how many rushes and how many attempts Nolan James has had for DePaul. It seems like he's had his hands on the ball almost every play. So on the Pope John side, you know, you've had many heroes as well, but the biggest one for the Lions today, Tyreek Hill. And I just want to make sure you mention this before we go off the air at the end of this game. Hill with 3 touchdowns again today from 3, 5, and 67 yards has been stellar for the Lions all season long. Over 2,000 yards rushing. Here's James up the middle. Gets to about the 28-yard line. And this Lions team has nothing to hang their head about. They should be absolutely proud of the job they've done this season and through this playoff, winning 3 games that, frankly, they weren't expected to win. Yes, they were number 6 seed, but they were taking on a Camden Catholic team that was undefeated, and Pope John won that. And then they go into Paramus Catholic and defeat the Paladins 14-10 in a major upset. And they lost the regular season game to Paramus Catholic. It wasn't even close. But in the playoffs, the Lions got the job done. And then they got a break. Red Bank was knocked off by St. John Vianney, so they had to host the semifinal game. But in that semifinal game, the Lions took care of business, defeating St. John Vianney 48-14 to punch their ticket to MetLife Stadium and a berth in today's championship game. And then they went up against DePaul Catholic, and a couple times in this game, the Lions had the lead. They were hanging around all throughout, and there was too much Nolan James. And the Spartans have opened up a 33-21 lead. With 2:03 remaining, Pope John takes their first time out. There's nothing that Pope John has to hang their head about. Zamet with the handoff to James. Runs to the far side. Tackled there. Brought down at about the 26-yard line. You know, one of the things I say at the end of all the Junior Lions broadcasts is that if the Lions win their game, the pride is spoken. And I'll tell you what, it applies here today too. In victory or defeat, the pride of this Pope John team has stated where they are and where they've come from and where they're going. And that's something you definitely have to remember. An incredible playoff run for Pope John. It's probably going to come up just short today here at MetLife Stadium. But the appearance in the state championship game as a 6th seed after having to play up against the likes of Bergen Catholic and Del Barton and Paramus Catholic and DePaul all season long. Second timeout for Pope John to stop the clock with 1:56 remaining. Ball's at the 28-yard line. He just sits in over the next week, a couple of weeks, and a few months. Glad we'll have a chance to go back and watch this game and review it, because Pope John deserves all the accolades they do get out of this. Savin is stopped at about the 36-yard line. Slides for the tackle on the keeper. And another timeout, that's Pope John's last. With 1:40. Brings up 4th down. For the seniors, they leave with a lasting memory and move on. But they should be absolutely proud of what they did today. And for the underclassmen, a chance to grow, a chance to build this program, and maybe next year get back here to MetLife Stadium and maybe be the top seed or the 2 seed or one of the favorites to win. They will be defeated, but not disgraced. Not in the least. 1:43 remaining here. Pope John now out of timeouts. It's 4th and 6. We'll see if they can get the ball back. They are going to punt, actually, DePaul, so Pope John will get the ball. We'll see if Pope John can work some magic in the 103 seconds they'll have left. They'll need 2 scores. Here's the punt. Downfield, high end-over-end kick. It's going to take a bounce at about the 42, roll backwards to the 44, and DePaul Catholic will let it stop, and the referees blow the whistle with 91 seconds to go.
1 minute, 31 seconds remaining. First and 10.
So the Lions get the ball back, 1st and 10 from their own 44. Last gasp time for Pope John. They need 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns themselves will get the game tied. And any kind of extra point on top of it will give Pope John the lead and potentially a championship. They got work to do, and they've got to do it quickly. Irwin in the huddle, right on the sideline. Again, we're going to copy this game over to our new YouTube channel that we're building out for Pope John and the Catholic Academy of Sussex County, including all activities of high school and middle school junior Lions and even Reverend Brown. So please keep an eye on that. This will be the first game copy to that channel, and then we'll start the winter sports season from there. Pope John Ice Hockey will start this Monday from Skylands Ice World. They'll take on Gloucester Catholic, the Spartans. Gloucester Catholic from South Jersey. The game's set for 6:50 on Monday night. Please join us out at Skylands, or if you can, Black Bear TV. We'll have the road games here on this channel, on the YouTube channel. Here is Irwin as he's taken down at the 32-yard line by number 87 for DePaul Catholic, and that is Ethan Lilly. That's a big place tonight. Clock continues to run, 1:15 to go. Irwin in the gun, 2nd and long. Irwin drops back to pass down the sideline, intercepted by Desi Jones, number 8 for the Spartans. And with 1:01 remaining, that will seal the deal. DePaul Catholic is going to win the 2024 non-public Group B New Jersey State Championship. And for Pope John, it was one heck of a run. As I said, they'll be defeated but not disgraced. Cheers coming up from the DePaul Catholic sidelines They deserve to win it. I'll tell you what. Big plays, big turnovers at opportune times. Nolan James with just an incredible day on the ground. And, what can you say? There's a reason why DePaul Catholic is ranked either 2 or 3 in the state, depending on the rankings that you look at. Bergen Catholic, see, consensus 1. Don Bosco and DePaul Catholic have bounced back and forth between 2 and 3 all season. So, Spartans take a knee. 45 seconds remaining from the 38-yard line. Zaman under center. We have a whistle. We have a timeout. DePaul Catholic takes a timeout. So we'll extend it a little longer. Talk things over. Pope John Lions coming to the sideline. After the timeout is completed, DePaul Catholic will take a knee one more time, and that'll be it. Then they'll move out quickly as game number 2 should be starting pretty quickly after that. For the Lions, they will regroup for 2025. And we'll see what the Lions coaching staff can do to build the program out. And there's the knee and the celebration from the DePaul Catholic Spartans as they defeat the Pope John Lions. Final score from MetLife Stadium. DePaul Catholic defeats Pope John 33-21 and wins the New Jersey State Championship for the non-public Group B rankings. Pope John gave it their all, played their hearts out. An incredible run in the postseason for Pope John. 3 straight wins to earn their trip to MetLife Stadium today. It just was not enough. Our congratulations go out to the DePaul Catholic Spartans for winning the state championship, but also to the Pope John Lions and head coach Tom Gaston and his staff for an incredible postseason run and for this 2024 season. One step short, they'll look to correct that in 2025, and I'm sure that Pope John will be ready to do so. Please join us here on this channel and on the YouTube channel we're going to build out for all coming winter sports events for Pope John High School, as well as the Junior Lions and any other activities for the Catholic Academy of Sussex County. We are thrilled that we'll be bringing those to you in the near future. Hockey, basketball, possibly wrestling, and many other sports in the winter, and then we'll look to spring. We'll see what we call and we're able to bring to you. But we start Monday with Pope John Ice Hockey, and that will be on Black Bear TV, separate service through Skylands, but any of the road games will be set up here on the Pope John channel. My thanks go out to everyone in the Pope John administration and the Catholic Academy of Sussex County for bringing this game to you. The Pope John Lions just come up short against DePaul Catholic. For everyone here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, it's Mike Formisano saying thank you very much for joining us. Final score, once again, DePaul Catholic Spartans defeat Pope John Lions 33-21. Have a good Black Friday, everyone, and a good Thanksgiving holiday, and we will see you soon for more Pope John Athletics. Have a good night.